Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light. Pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop. As we shout from the top, we're gonna be two hearts running wild.
When you were partying in the club, a super rich guy named Jungkook insulted you in front of everyone, and now you are in seek of revenge for his act. To watch the part 1 of this video, please check out the playlist titled Revenge. If I was teaching a kickboxing private today and Jungkook was attending one, that could only mean one thing. I was training Jeon Jungkook. Sorry, what? You are having a kickboxing class? I asked. Yes, I do. Is that a problem? No, not at all. I smiled as I finished unbuckling my seatbelt. After all, I always love it when I get a new student, I said with a flirtatious wink. You are my instructor? Yep, I said firmly, and I made my way to the gym. In the changing rooms, I quickly threw on my black running shorts and a blue tank top. Staring back at the mirror in front of me, I let out a long sigh. I was only thinking about Jeon Jungkook. I'm not an expert in morals or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's a really stupid thing to show your way into someone's life just for their money. I'm sure deep down in that big, obnoxious head of his, he had feelings. I glanced at my watch and I realized I had been thinking for the past 10 minutes. How long does it take for that stupid guy to get changed? To change my mood, I decided to play some music. At first, I let it play quietly. Slowly, I pressed the volume higher. I let myself get lost in the music, clearing my throat in the preparation for the next lyric. Before I could get the last word out, I noticed Jeon Jungkook was staring at me. He was standing near the door, frozen in shock. What the hell are you doing? He asked. You see, I blabbered. You know what? Don't even answer that. I don't even want to know. Are you sure you are qualified to teach? He asked slowly. What do you mean? I didn't look it. I felt my blood boil at his insult. You are tiny. How the hell do you fight anyone? He mocked. Without giving him a chance to speak, I gave him a spinning kick. He hit the floor roughly. He looked embarrassed. You caught me off guard, that's all, he explained. Sure, Jungkookie. I smirked. Jungkookie? Hell no, you are not calling me that. Well, too bad, because that's your new nickname. Enough talking, let's get on with the lesson, I said. I slid out a thick blue yoga mat and dragged it across the room. I was under the impression we are kickboxing, not doing some damn yoga, he said. It's called conditioning, you idiot. To hit strong, you have to be strong. Yeah, well, I'm strong, he said defensively. Okay, then let's see it. Drop and give me some push-ups, I demanded. Awfully cute that you think you can boss me around? But no, he said. I messed up my shoulder a bit last Wednesday, so I'm still a little sore and... Yeah, and nobody gives a damn, so get on the floor, I said rudely. He gave me a dirty look, but reluctantly gave in. Okay, fine, whatever, he said. He did about 10 push-ups in no time at all, and I was surprised. My eyes trailed over his shoulders, muscles, and his toned arms. They were the perfect kind of thick, the kind that you could imagine wrapping around you at night. He had big hands too. Wyan, focus. I shook my head to clear my thoughts. How many more of this? He asked. No more, I said, despite the fact I had no clue how much he had done. We can start with the fighting. Get up, I said with a clap of my hands. I grabbed 2 sets of punching gloves. Keeping one for myself, I threw the other one to Jungkook. He failed to catch them, and I couldn't resist a laugh. Oh, shut up, he said embarrassed, as he picked the gloves from the floor. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? I'm going to show you a few basic kicks and punches, and afterward, I would like you to copy me, okay? I explained. I'm not an idiot. I know how to kick, he said. Hush, Jungkookie, teacher is talking, I said. His eyes narrowed in annoyance. Come on, at least give it a shot. You might surprise yourself, I encouraged. Okay, fine. I guess I will give it a go. He then proceeded to give the bag 3 punches and a kick while barely making an impact on the bag. I wanted to laugh so badly, but I knew that was probably a little too mean. You are way stronger than that. Your technique is just so messed up. Here, let me show you. Slowly, I reached out for his hands. His skin felt warm yet smooth, and the moment I touched him, I could feel his stare at the side of my face. You need to keep your hands balled up and tight at all times, and it's important you keep your wrist straight too. I corrected as I continued to move my hand gently over his. Deciding to take it up another level, I pressed my hands ever so lightly over his chest, right above where I could feel his abs. I don't like to be touched like that. I opened my mouth to say something, but no words came out. I was shocked, confused, and above all, embarrassed. I think our lesson is done for today. Roughly, he pulled his boxing gloves off his hands. Standing alone in the room, I was left with one thought. This was going to be a lot harder than I thought. Jimin and I were at Uni Cafe, which was a place where a lot of students like to study and relax while also getting something to eat. I just feel a little shaken up after my boxing lesson with Jungkook. I already told Jimin on what happened between Jungkook and me at the gym last night. I don't get what the hell his problem was. I barely even touched him at all. From the way he was acting, you would think I had tried to catch his thing or something. I laughed. Yeah, I don't get that either. It's not typical playboy behavior at all. Yeah, maybe I'm not his type. Well, if you're not, he's got stupid taste. Yeah, I'm pretty hot, aren't I? I joked as I winked at him flirtatiously. And modest too, Jimin said as he picked up his cappuccino cup and took a long judgmental sip. Soon, I logged into Jungkook's Instagram. His profile picture was a typical rich boy type one. Slowly, my fingers started scrolling down, and I came to an abrupt stop. It was a selfie of him in the back of a taxi with one of the most beautiful looking girls I would ever seen in my life. She had voluminous dark brown hair, and her body was slender and long, with the sort of dimensions a model might have. I looked nothing like that, not even close. Don't get me wrong, I was proud of my body. I mean, I was in shape and all, considering I worked at the gym. But that certainly didn't mean I could pass for a model. Well, I have solved our mystery. Oh, so you are still cyber-stalking him? Are you? Jimin teased. Hush, Jimin. What I'm trying to say is, he's clearly got a type. He's only into dark-haired, skinny, tall chicks. But it's fine, you can change his type. How on earth am I supposed to do? I didn't get a chance to finish my sentence before my attention was swiftly pulled to the door. And it was jeon Jungkook. His arm was wrapped tightly around a gorgeous young woman, who he had pulled tightly to his side. When he came in, all the girls in the room were staring at him. A small, little smile emerged on his face as he noticed some of the stares he was getting. Suddenly, his eyes caught mine. Immediately, his smile faded, and he stared at me for a while. Soon, he returned his gaze to the brown-haired girl. Jesus Christ, did you see the way he was staring at me? Yep, he had the look of someone who would very much like to murder you. This plan is never going to work, is it? I'm not exactly a love expert or anything, but I'm pretty sure glaring at someone from across the room isn't a sign of budding feelings. Look, you are approaching this whole seduction thing in the completely wrong way. How so? Well, have you seen a single rom-com movie ever? The guy never falls for the girl from physical attraction alone. You have to trick him into being your friend first and then worm your way into his heart. You know what? That's actually not that stupid. Yeah. Anyway, I have got a lecture, so see you at the flat. Enjoy your studying, or well, more accurately, your stalking. Jimin teased. Yeah, Mr. Judgy. Just go to your stupid psychology lecture already. Bye, Jimin laughed. As soon as he was gone, my gaze unconsciously drifted back to Jungkook's table. Jungkook and his model-looking girl were each other passionately, and I instantly regretted watching it. Soon, she whispered a goodbye in his ears. Figuring this was a good enough time to start my new plan of friendship, I marched my way confidently over to his table. What's up? Jungkook lifted his head up in surprise. Oh great, it's you again. What do you want? Well, for one thing, I came over here to get an answer on why you ran out of my class like a weirdo. Simple, because you touched me, and I don't like to be touched. Wow, those are interesting words for someone who was practicing for the Tank Olympics with Mrs. Supermodel Chick mere seconds ago. Supermodel Chick? Am I detecting some insecurity? Whatever. Answer the question truthfully. Why did you storm out of the class? I did answer it truthfully. I left out one small detail. I don't mind being touched. I just don't like to be touched by you, he whispered, his lips lifting up into a small little smile. His insult felt like a punch to the face. Well, ouch, I laughed. Sorry, Vayan, but the truth hurts. I also don't like to be touched that sensually by girls who clearly have a boyfriend. A boyfriend? I repeated in confusion. Yeah, you know, the boy you were sitting and laughing with seconds ago. Or do cheaters like you forget you have one? Realization hit me like a truck, and I froze. Jimin was supposed to be my boyfriend. Damn. Well, firstly, I wasn't coming on to you at the gym, so don't flatter yourself. Just because a woman touches you doesn't mean she wants to with you. I was simply correcting your posture. And secondly, I'm not a cheater. Never have been, never will be. Okay, whatever, fine. I admit, I must have misread the situation. It's fine. You are forgiven, Jungkook. For heaven's sake, if you say that nickname one more time. He grumbled warningly. Did you come over here to annoy me or something? Well, yes. But also because I want to get to know you better, Jungkook. Why? Because I figured the cure to your nasty behavior might be to have a friend as awesome as I am. I don't do friends, he said bluntly. Before I even got a chance to respond, he left. I sat frozen in my seat as I watched him walk away from me. I was stubborn, and if I wanted something, I was going to get it. And what I wanted right now was for Jeon Jungkook to see me as a friend. Oi, Jungkook! Then I did the most desperate thing a girl could do and chased after him. Jungkook looked quite annoyed but didn't bother walking any faster. He continued to ignore me and kept walking through the courtyard with a scowl on his face. That essay last week was a real nightmare, wasn't it? I stayed up like half the night getting all the research done. How long did it take you? Would you shut up already? His outburst startled me for a couple of seconds. He looked all ugly and dumb when he was mad. It was kind of funny. Why the hell are you laughing for? God, I'm sorry. It's so entertaining to watch your face squish up like that when you get all mad. Oh, get lost, would you? He ignored me and marched to our lecture room. So, bestie, what's your preferred seat of choice, the front or the back? I'm not your bestie, don't talk to me. We entered the lecture room. Jungkook sat at the very back so that he won't be caught by the lecturer. Hey Jungkook, why won't you leave me alone? Because you are my new BFF. Why on earth would you want to be my friend? I literally called you a which you almost attacked me for. Remember? We hate each other. Well, lucky for you. I'm a kind person and I have decided to forgive you for that. I mean, you clearly struggle with human interaction. So, I'm going to help mentor you through how not to be stupid. You are unbelievable. Yes, I agree. I am unbelievably selfless for helping you in your journey to be less of a stupid. Finally, the lecture was about to start. Thank God. I have never been happier for a lecture to start in my life. Jungkook muttered with a bitter laugh. Why? Because you will finally shut up. If I wasn't trying to get into his good books, I would have slapped him around the face for that comment. But sadly, I couldn't. You aren't writing notes? No, I'm not taking damn notes, Ryan. Do you have any problem with that? Yes. I'm not going to let my new friend fail. What kind of person would that make me? I pulled out a couple of pieces of paper for him to write down. Now write. Jungkook made a dramatic show of rolling his eyes, but surprisingly, he listened to me and started to jot down a few notes. About 10 minutes into the lecture, I was busily typing up my notes. Suddenly, Jungkook dumped the pieces of paper rudely on top of my keyboard. As soon as I read it, I felt the blood rise to my face as embarrassment washed over me. Written all over the page from top to bottom was the same sentence over and over again. Park Yuna is an annoying witch. I could hardly believe this stupid had spent the past 10 minutes writing this instead of taking down his economic notes. Hiding my anger, I forced a fake smile on my face. Oh, you know my last name? Has someone been stalking me? I playfully teased Jungkook. I hate you. That didn't sound like an answer to me. Okay, fine, whatever. I looked you up. Happy? Very. A look of embarrassment washed over his face. But I only looked you up because I wanted to know what kind of psychomaniac I was dealing with. Jungkookie, there is no need to get all upset because you got caught stalking me. Deciding I had tormented him enough, I left him in peace for the rest of the lecture and quietly went back to typing notes. Soon, the lecturer told us about the group project assignment. Everybody knows that a group project always ends with one person doing all the work while the other person doing nothing. As soon as I saw who I was matched with, I let out a disbelieving laugh. This was almost too perfect. My partner was none other than Jeon Jungkook. It was almost as though God was rooting for me to gold dig him. Guess who my partner is for the project? Jungkook looked confused for a second before all the blood drained from his face. No, don't you dare say it, Ryan. Don't you dare say it. Don't worry, Jungkookie. I'm going to be the best project partner you have ever had. Jungkook did not look pleased to be my project partner. Soon, the lecture was over and Jungkook was eager to escape the theater. You're coming with me to my flat. No, I'm pretty sure I'm not. Yeah, you are. I don't like to procrastinate and I want to get this project started today. Come on, what are you waiting for? A handwritten invitation? I laughed. No, Ryan, I got plans already. What plans? Doing some random chick? What? So it's a sin to do it? I thought you would be all for it, missus. No, it's not a sin to do it. It's just disgusting when you do it, I said with a sweet little smile. He crossed his arms and began staring at me. Hey, where are you going? I asked in confusion. To your stupid flat, you idiot. Hurry up and show me the way before I change my mind. Despite how rude he was, a wide happy smile stretched over my face at my small victory. Oh, little Jungkook is swarming up to me. That didn't take nearly as much as convincing as I thought. Well, this is the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. Part 3 will be soon uploaded. Bye!